have to really be taken. This is a really busy period for Coventry City in terms of your size of your squad. Can he lead the line today and find those goals for Frank Lampard's sides?
And in the opposing corner?
Yeah, I've gone for Liam Cullen. I think a player that we saw last season that, listen, can find the back of the net and can be really, really important. Maybe picking up a more central position than what he was showing last season down the left-hand side. But Swansea said they don't score many goals. And with him not getting as many starts, as I mentioned, the same as Ellis Sims.
Swansea City kicking off the game. They have an excellent record against Coventry. Coventry won last season in Wales, but that was their first victory since 1981. They haven't won on their home soil against the Welsh team since the early 80s. And they are the hot teams to the Swansea way of playing. Mason Clark looking for a great run from Rodoni. Rodoni flashing across the face of goal. Step away from Ellis Sims. Sakamoto, this is the positive start that Adam was talking about. They love to get in the faces of the opposition right from the beginning.
Yeah, they really do. They really do put pressure on Lampard with these driving runs there. I really felt that Ellis Sims, I think, needed to be more aware to make that run across the near post slightly earlier.
A touch of the ball so far. He'd quite like it if his first touch was a goal-scoring touch. Tort spins it in. Goalkeeper retreats onto his line. An important header away from Cameron Burgess.
Yeah, he'd be disappointed as a defensive line if you can see that from that angle of the free kick. You know where it's going roughly to go around the penalty area. It's important that you keep a decent line and not too early. It's a Swansea's perspective.
Driving run, and it needed a very sharp tackle as well. Just a goal kick. Despite a brilliant run down the left-hand side.
One positions, if you can get him into those, then
corners and free kicks. Milton, and they're at the far post. That is where it's aimed. It's Kitchen who gets a head on the ball, but only softens it to the keeper.
Yeah, another angle, as I mentioned, for about 5-10 minutes ago on the other side. You should be defending that very well. I mean, it's a long, long way that ball has to travel. I'm disappointed they didn't get that first header. Yeah, good little give and go there. I think Rodone's picked up some really good positions. And go there with an important header. I think the goalkeeper would have had that one covered anyway if it had gone through.
Oh, clipped. Sakamoto hangs the ball in the air, and that is exactly what Sims wanted. Brilliant save, and it comes off Rodoni on the line, and then followed up disappointingly by skipper Grimes. 3 chances for the price of 1.
Oh, brilliant play there. Really, really good save, and it's the first time that we've seen Sims in a position now between the goalposts to find himself a goal there for Mason Clark. I still think that should be a goal from Sims when that ball comes into the box, heading it down.
Boy, it comes down to the finest of margins.
So, I mean,
and he's got 2 in the centre as well if he can deliver the cross. Or does he go for goal himself? Sometimes greed is a virtue in an attacking player.
Really disappointing there because he got in such a good position. We mentioned his pace that he provides, and Bidwell being out of position after trying to get that cross in early on. So the majority of the time in this first half for both teams has just been that decision-making within that final third. I mean, the gap opened up for him there to...
Against Oxford, Portsmouth, Wrexham, but this is another level, the league leaders. Great ball in, and Mason Clark was the target. And this is concerning for Coventry, as he's landed quite heavily.
Chance there, wasn't it? He was falling slightly awkwardly. Mango catching him after.
And that problematic long throw. Out is Aguilar, comes to Mason Clark, there he is! To the rescue again for Coventry City. He's 3rd in 3 games. Razor shot reflexes in and around the 6-yard box. Just seconds ago he was hobbling. Now he's dancing around the field.
Well, he certainly will be now. And those fans have had to be so patient to wait for this first goal. For all the good that Swansea City have shown defensively, it's so important that first point of contact was mentioned. That's in form. It's found that back of the net in important games this season. And we always know with Coventry City, even though they're not on a free-flowing goal-scoring form, as we've seen for the majority of this season, they always look for a chance, don't they? And they've just got that chance just before half-time.
When on a run like Efron Mason Clark, you feel the game that has come down to fine margins. On brilliant save from Figueroa at one end, keeping out Ellis Sims. A succession of early chances for Swansea, maybe a little cruel, but if you blink against Coventry... Grimes. Cute ball to Rodoni. Rodoni hangs it in the air. Sims doesn't get a sighting of it. Grimes to Bidwell against a poor cross, but terrible defending. And it just takes the dew off the top of the grass, that shot from Torp.
Yeah, very similar to what Coventry City can do at the start of each half.
Which has grown together as the game has advanced. That's a brilliant run from Torp. Makes it look easy as he glides through midfield. Now, Mason Clark. Oh, my goodness, went through the legs of Cabango, almost fooled his own keeper.
Well, the overlap there from Bidwell, just create that bit of space there for Mason Clark to cut side on his right. One or two chances, I think, earlier in the move that Ellis Sims was in a good position for a through ball. Just one of those ones that ends up just rolling into the net really slowly off just an awkward deflection.
Good starburst of players. Sims couldn't find the space. They will get a second stab at it.
We learn from the goal how important set plays are.
By his bench. Full steam ahead. He's got the pace to get there as well. Mason Clark comes in, and he did well to get a header on the ball, muscling his way past Ethan Galbraith.
Yeah, positive run from Anabic down the right-hand side, so I've been a little bit critical of his quality, but it's probably the best he could do there, just to hang out to the far post, and that's where you need players now for Coventry in the second half.
Brilliant skills from Mason Clark. Weaves his way inside, drops his shoulder, passes on, but a poor shot from Sakamoto. A brilliant approach play by Mason Clark.
He's been brilliant. He's been so much more effective in this second... I was talking about Mason Clark in this second half. He's been so effective, so positive. Just a number of Swansea City shirts that I think stopped the shot happening towards goal, but the awareness there to put Sakamoto in on his left foot. I think it was a pretty poor touch there.
Striking role of Ellis Sims, not on the score sheet, but one excellent opportunity where he brought the save of the game from Figueroa. Can Haji Ryan end his run of 9 games without a goal. There goes Inuso, has brought some life to the Swansea attack since AWOL, and Liam Cullum went leaping through.
Oh, it's a golden chance. He would know it as well. You're quite right to mention that the subs are just slowly but surely are making positive impacts. And I think he's changed his mind when that cross came in. You've got to be using your head there. Dive forwards, be brave, and finish that into the back of the net. That is a...
Good run this from Kesley in the substitute. Chance for Coventry to finish it off. They pass on the responsibility, but nothing is going right for right at the moment.
It's just one of those crosses. Did it surprise from Mason Clark that it came all the way through to him? Braith there just lost himself there, but it was an excellent touch there from him. Set up Haji right.